Welcome back. Spicy Mari is a magnetic matchmaker and a relationship expert. She is also the founder of The Spicy Life, based on her SPICY fundamentals: self, passion, intimacy, communication, and learning to say yes. Welcome to the show, Spicy.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Now, Dr. D and I have both been off the market for a while. Can you tell us, is it hard to find love right now?
It's all about mindset. So if you have a positive, right, idea and a positive mindset around dating and what you have to look forward to, and you have the mindset that there's so many opportunities out there or ways to connect with people, then you're going to have a better and higher vibrating experience. But if you're telling yourself that there's no one out there, that you hate dating, and that you're not looking forward to this experience, then it's going to be painful, right? So it really is about how you think about it, and then your thoughts also trigger emotions that also create negative or positive behaviors. So I like to have a positive perspective, and I train my clients to have a positive perspective and do some reprogramming around the mindset so that you can have a positive outcome.
I think we can all agree that in many ways, dating now is different than 10, 15 years ago.
For sure.
What would you say are some of those differences, and how is the attitude that we have to go into this any different now than it was then?
Our attitude needs to be, I am so happy that society and technology has given us so many advancements that I get more ways to connect with people than just having to be in person, right? Than just having to be introduced. So we have to go into it with, I'm going to use all the tools at my advantage. I'm going to go out, I'm going to meet people in person, I'm going to connect and speak to people when they're walking by. I'm going to smile, I'm going to say hello, I'm going to have welcoming energy and introduce myself, because that's how we make friends. But I'm also going to be on dating apps. I'm also going to use dating websites. I'm also going to spread the word with friends and let them know that I'm single and I'm on the market and I am ready for love. So we're going to use everything at our disposal.
What about for older singles? I know it's a lot harder for them, especially not knowing the technology as well. Do you have any tips for older singles?
Yes, learn how to use the tools. So so Google is a great place to start. Also, the Spicy Life. I have a lot of silver clients who come to me and they're like, okay, I want love. There's no age cutoff for love, right? There's no time stamp on when you have to get yourself off the market. So if you don't know and understand how to do something, or how to use a certain tool, we go and we get expert help. And this is where I come in and I train you on how to funnel someone from the dating app to creating a profile to getting them offline to your personal cell phone to getting them present on the date. So there are tools that we have at our fingertips. You just have to be confident in using them, and that's where I come in, because I'm giving you the competence to become confident.
And what about attracting the right person? You talk to so many singles who say they keep going out with the wrong person, and that wrong person always seems to have the same traits. How do they get out of
Right?
that pattern?
Usually we're dating the same person over and over because we have a type, or we haven't done this self work, right? There's a reason why you're attracted to that type, but you really have to do the work in order to understand, why am I seeking this type? What is this person fulfilling? What voids am I trying to fill with this type of energy, with this type of personality, with this type of looks? So I always say that we want to, when it comes to dating, we want to build a pizza. We want to have a great foundation. What makes a good human? That's what I call the crust. Then we want to think about the sauce. How do I want to be treated, right? That's the next layer. And then the last one is the toppings, because toppings are interchangeable, right? You may not look exactly like how I want, but if the crust and the sauce are all there, the toppings, we can give or take a few, and it's still a great pizza. So that is my spicy pizza. And it's very delicious. And if you date with that in mind, you're more likely to be in alignment with that person.
And you're also probably going to be very hungry, right?
All right. First date's gonna be at a pizza parlor.
What are some walls that are common that people hit in their love life, right? They found that right person,
Yeah.
but for some reason there's something there that just starts bothering them. So could you expand on what the walls are that are common?
Yeah, our biggest walls are usually having, sometimes pet peeves, and we're very anal about these. There's also the things that are triggering trauma that we haven't worked through when it comes to past relationships. So we're coming in with previous baggage. Oftentimes, we're dealing with stuff from our childhood and traumas that we didn't heal through. So usually, we are challenged when it comes to intimacy, and that is the biggest one that I focus on when it comes to the spicy life, because oftentimes we know that we want love, but we don't know how to connect with someone. We don't know how to be vulnerable. We don't know how to share. We don't know how to make someone feel seen, right? But we want someone to make us feel seen. So this is why communication is the next part of my spicy method. Because if you understand yourself and you understand how to deliver a message in a way that someone can receive and feel cared for, then you then will make them open to be able to receive it back, right? So there's a reciprocity that has to happen, but someone has to be vulnerable, and usually the person who's most vulnerable is actually the person who's in the position of power.
This was so interesting. Thank you so much, Spicy. I know everyone got so much out of this, and everyone is going to be eating pizza today. Thank you.
I hope so. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Later in the show, we dish up some molecular gastronomy.
But first, we'll discuss how to spruce and spice things up with a few items that will set a romantic mood for Valentine's Day. Don't go away.